What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 48 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Mazdamundi campaign. So as we saw last time, Tehennwan had himself some nice battles against the orcs near Karazakarak and the Pillars of Grugni, winning both times, but it was close to it the first time around. It went really well, and there were some fun fights, and I'm glad that the orcs are putting up a fight, giving us a show for the final foe of the game. Now, all of that is awesome, but not as important as what happened between the episodes. And what did happen between the episodes was this. Technology went past 1200, and now we know past 1200% is the point where you get one turn per tech. So that is absolutely huge, literally halving the amount of time it'll take to get everything completed in terms of tech. It'd be nice to complete all tech by the end of the campaign, in fact. So hopefully that'll coincide with the destruction of the orcs, and as we keep attacking them, our units will just get stronger and stronger, which is always lovely. So that'll be nice. We just gotta try to make sure to keep it above 1200. I was actually about to use some alignments, but then I realized the alignments are giving us a 60% research, which would drop us back below, and I really don't want that, so we'll have to be careful there. We also got to try to not lose killed captives on all the armies, so we just got to keep killing. Now, several things we'll want to do this turn. One, Chaos is still not here yet, and you know what? While they're not here, I've decided I'm going to send Mazdamundi out, not to our home, but rather up here towards Nagaron. Do we really need to? No. Do I really care about this territory? No, I don't even want this territory, but just because they're here, I feel like Mazdamundi can go and fight Malekith if these guys aren't going to kill him. Plus, they're our major trading partner, and I'd really like to keep them alive. Even if we don't bother sending Mazdamundi up to deal with all this nonsense, once we deal with the orcs and the Empire and Kuran and the dwarfs are no longer worried about anybody down here. I mean, it's only a matter of time before the Empire declares war on the orcs. They just need to turn towards Norska and all that stuff. And Norska still looks like it fully belongs to the orcs, or to the to the Norskins, to the orcs. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that, because usually in my experience, Kuran and the Empire do a fairly good job at taking over their stuff, but hey, not this time around. Anyway, let's get a move on. We do have stuff to do. GORROK, you can attack Barag Dawazbeg first. Whoa. A full stack? A full stack with Grimgor in it? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, wow, that's a lot of black work. 68, 51, 134 armor. Now this is going to be a hell of a fight for GORROK. Oh, and the duel between GORROK and Grimgor. Now that is interesting. Huh. I would love to see this fight. Grimgor's got those magic attacks, 99, 45, and 150, versus 61, 75. Wow, GORROK looks weak by comparison. Damn. I am very excited to see this battle. Now, Grimgor only has 45 melee defense, but as I recall, Grimgor's defense is actually deceptive. It's secretly a lot stronger than it seems, so we will have to be careful. GORROK might need the help of Zyri, or even his bodyguards to take him out. I think Zyri's going to focus on that Savage Giant and all that stuff, but anyway, we're going to start with the battle. Exciting. Let's get to it. It looks like a Pyrrhic victory once again. Okay, so they have a decent settlement garrison, and the full Wa has a frickin' lava Ragnarok. Ooh. Damn, alright, this is gonna be a dangerous one. I'm excited. Let's see what GORROK and his giant pile of Saurus can manage. Go. Alrighty, Grimgor and GORROK gonna get themselves and fight, and these are two foot lords and juggernauts at that. Grimgor, the one that deals insane amounts of damage, and then we've got GORROK, who is generally pretty unkillable. I'd be very curious to see who'd be better here. 109 magical melee attack versus 71, but 75 defense, and I think GORROK, when he uses his various upgrades, like Shield of Itza and stuff, or his upgrades, his abilities, he goes to like 200 armor and over 100 melee defense and attack as well. So there is that as well. Yeah, we got plus 40 melee attack from Mace of Ulmog, plus more weapon strength, and then plus 60 armor, so there that is. And then, oh, we've also got Stand Your Ground, and then we got plus 40% physical resistance from Rock of Itza, and he's already got 45 mystical base resistance on top of 10 base ward save, so he will basically be fully physical resistant, and he does have 60 magic resistance. Wait, do we have a Lichbone Pendant on him? Is that why? I don't remember why he has so much magic resistance. Maybe. Considering Grimgor does magical damage, I think it's very necessary. But generally speaking, this battle is going to be difficult. The enemy have 7 units of Black Orcs, which we already saw how tough they are when fighting Tehenwen last episode, and there's 7 of them, all with 9th what's it called, veterancy. They have 9 full chevrons, so yeah, the danger is real. And this is just the first army. There's a second full stack coming in, and even more units after that, whereas we just have GORROK and his army alone. If we had another army here, this would be a lot less threatening. Like, Tehenwen and GORROK could take care of this, no problem. But 1 on 2.5 against the dangerous army, oh, that's a little bit more iffy. Alrighty, GORROK weaving between the trees here, and we're going to set this little tree up as a little bit of an ambush space and watch the enemy army approach. They're going to start up with their arrow boys, but we're going to counter with some Flock of Doom, so basically just getting a little bit of that First Blood in there. Speaking of First Blood, looks like there are some Boar Boys over here charging in. I was about to say Savage Orcs, but no, they're just the regular Orc Boar Boys. Biggins, of course. They're fairly decent in SFO, I gotta say. In Vanilla, they used to be absolute garbage, like garbage. But they're pretty decent in SFO, so I'm pretty glad of that. Now, we're actually gonna back up GORROK and stuff. I figured that Grimgor would actually charge instead of being a coward and sticking behind his army. Really not the way of Grimgor from a lore perspective. He'd be all in there. So we just gotta wait for him to come to us. 150 armor, 109, 45. He doesn't hit as hard as GORROK, though. I do gotta point that out. Ooh, some enemies going down from the hits from the Skink Oracle. And our Oracles are going to be absolutely critical in this battle. If the Oracles are unable to... oh, exploding Black Orcs. If the Oracles are unable to apply their Earth Blood, this can go south really quickly. And here we go. Let's just see. This is pretty epic, and we are absolutely outnumbered, and I guess we're also kind of outgunned. Really, the main thing that we have here over the enemy is the fact that all of our units have regeneration at this point. Oh man, the Saurus Scar Veteran looking up at the Giant, although they're almost, he's almost high enough to just poke the Giant in the head. From here, oh, you get that spear in his eye right there. And there we go, a Wind Blast going down on some Orc Biggins. I do believe that was an Overcast one as well. Doing some damage, fairly decent. Gotta make sure that we try to deplete these numbers as fast as possible. Now, I suppose one of the benefits of fighting here is the enemy army is relatively close to the edge, although I fear not close enough for us to be able to take them off the map with a single route, although that would obviously help because this is a settlement battle. We just have to force the enemy to route. Now over here we got Zyri, who's our Saurus Scar Veteran on his Carnosaur. We've already seen him attacking the Giant. The goal here is to prevent the Giant from going in and hitting our Saurus with that AoE. Of course, now that the Orc War Boss is helping the Giant, this is a little bit more of a dangerous situation. Grimgor has also arrived in the center of the formation. I did order GORROK and his bodyguards to all try to focus Grimgor. You can see them moving in right there to try to attack him. And damn, Grimgor is huge. I mean, GORROK is pretty huge, but frickin' Grimgor, look at this guy. Oh, that is one hulking monstrosity. This would be a pretty epic duel from a lore perspective, though, too. I would love to see a GORROK versus Grimgor fight. I feel like lore-wise, GORROK might be the stronger, but it's hard to say. Because GORROK is pretty oh, he's got that animation with the shield throwing. You gotta love that. And then the smack. Unfortunately, he just killed a bunch of black orcs and stuff. I think that black orc lost his head to that, while Grimgor is just fine. Grimgor not taking too much damage quite yet, maybe 15%. And there we go. He's got Grimgor's Wa activated and Gitsnick, so he's dealing over 1,000 damage. Okay, or he was. Not for much longer. The Grimgor's Wa is gone. Let's check back on the rest of the battle. So over here we have a single unit of Saurus warriors here holding the ground, although they are starting to absolutely take a beating. They're nearly half HP. Similar sort of thing is happening over here, where we have the Edge Saurus warriors being damaged more than anybody else, although these guys are shielded, or spears rather, therefore they, well, I mean they are shielded, but they're spears and therefore they have a little bit higher defense. Over here things are going even worse for a couple of Saurus units. I think if I were to fight this battle again, instead of spreading this army out like this, I would have probably gone for a complete Death Star formation from the beginning. Bunch up all of our Saurus. The enemy does not have a lot of artillery. I mean, they don't have any artillery, and they don't have a lot of AoE type enemies, and therefore we benefit from just bunching up all around our revivification crystals and all within range of our oracles and their Earthblood casts. Would be very, very useful here. Alrighty, some enemies look like they've had enough of this, but primarily just boys and goblins. Obviously, those guys are going to rout, but, you know, here and there, you got enemy units routing. I do believe a couple comments of Cassandora dropped on top of the enemy while I was looking away, but, you know, it's a pretty busy battle with a lot of stuff going on, so, you know, we're going to miss some stuff. We've seen plenty of comments of Cassandora drop. In the meantime, the balance of power is in the enemy's favor, and we've lost already 130 of our precious troops. Considering how many more troops the enemy does than we do, that's obviously a very dangerous situation to be in, and we do have to be careful. More and more Saurus are starting to drop in terms of their HP. So you guys are at 70 alive left, but half HP. You're in Rampage and below 70, and you're also below half HP. As I said, danger is real. These guys are actually about to rout, but to help them out, what we will do is drop the Terminators on them. That'll prevent these black orcs from sort of following these guys, and the Terminators can hold the line a little while. Alrighty, let's see. You, my Zyri friend, as well as this Oracle, they're chasing around these Orc Boy Biggins. I gotta give it up to the AI for doing a good job. They were really, really annoying with their cav units. Like, they were repeatedly charging or charging into the rear of our forces, and that certainly helped them out. The anchoring points, the Basties and the various dinos are doing well holding, but our Saurus, we can see, are getting kind of ripped apart, especially by Black Orcs. Obviously not so much the regular units, but the Black Orcs with that Grimgor's Wa, 140 armor, 84 melee attack, 108 weapon strength. That's pretty damn massive, and it's more powerful than the Saurus units. I mean, not surprising because they're a higher tier unit, but you still got to remember that, I mean, I guess it's Grimgor's Black Orcs versus GORROK's Saurus, so it makes sense that the higher tier unit is better. The enemy has also brought a fair amount of archers now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here firing on our units and adding a continuous amount of range damage. Of course, we are all shielded, but that's still fairly dangerous, especially if they start focusing down some enemies. Let's see how GORROK and Grimgor are doing back here. GORROK, I think, he's just fine. He's basically unharmed, whereas Grimgor has taken about half HP damage. These guys are still beside each other. I really do wish that you could force units to sort of focus each other. Unfortunately, because of the way animations work in this game, is that units tend to move past each other when they attack each other, and that's really quite annoying. Like, GORROK is now fighting this Orc War Boss instead of Grimgor, which is a duel I would have preferred. Grimgor is in fact dueling one of our Saurus Scarf vets, who is 66 armor, 58 and 62 on the melee attack and defense. That's nowhere near like the amount of stats you need to be fighting Grimgor. And there we go, GORROK's back into it. These two juggernauts can keep dueling, and he's getting some help from our from our jumping Saurus friend there. And there we go. What the hell is that? Okay, Grimgor just activated something. Blood-forged armor. Oh, okay. Okay, well, the explosion is gonna hurt our Saurus, I guess knock them back, but on the bright side, obviously it doesn't do anything to GORROK, who can just stay here and keep whacking away at Grimgor. That's nice. Especially considering GORROK is still completely unharmed. Alrighty, let's check back on the rest of the battle. 2 of our Saurus spear units have now routed, so that is not so good. And another one is rampaging and about to rout. And yeah, this flank of ours is pretty much broken. It's really up to the Basti to hold the line while all of our Saurus on this side are out. This flank, however, does appear to be winning, so we're 1 for 1 and I guess fairly even in the center. Really like it when battles are even, and it's still in the enemy's favor as well. A very close battle, and we gotta love that. Just like the Tehanawan fights, I'm so glad that these late game fights are turning out to be good. I'm really glad I declared war on the orcs. Even though we don't really care about their territories, but hey. It's a good time. Alrighty, more of these Saurus are just about out of the picture. Oracle's doing some stuff, sending a Black Orc flying. At least the Oracles are dishing out a decent amount of damage. Oh, and it looks like the Giant is now done. The Grimgor is at about 33% HP now. And here we go. Oh, I sent in the Skink Oracle to try to chase down this Giant, just so that it doesn't come back. Obviously, we don't want the extra terror and stuff on applied to our source, and now we can see the reinforcements coming in, or at least quote-unquote reinforcements. These are the forces that were sitting around on this flank. They've sent basically this entire portion of the enemy army away, and I decided to send them to the center. And in fact, this is the time to consolidate the entire force. Oh, it looks like the Giant's dead. Well done, Oracle. I did that assassination and move right back into the main battle. Yeah, so right at the start I said that a Death Star formation would have been helpful here, and now this is what we're doing. Everybody is consolidating around the Revivification Crystals as well as those Earthblood casts. Now, Earthblood is limited. You gotta remember that it does only affect 4 allied units, but we're still better off everybody close together as long as nobody is too far away from a revivification crystal. That would be swell. Speaking of, one of our revivification crystals is being chased by this huge mob. So one flank was a loss and one flank was a win. You can still see the routing units that routed once came back and are coming back once again. But the battle is close, although now it is a little bit in our favor. So that's always nice to see. We've recovered. The enemy is also doing a good job of these Orc Boar Boy Biggins who have been chasing around our Saurus that have routed. As we saw this entire flank break, a lot of our source ran away, and the AI was using these Orc Boar Boy Biggins to chase them down and kill them. Very, very useful, or very, very good job to the AI, and that's exactly what a player would do, so impressive there. Of course, we are trying to keep Zairi running around and chasing after these units to prevent them doing exactly that. I really would like to not have to lose 9th Chevron units. Temple Guards are also out of the picture, aka the Terminator ones that drop, but that's not a big deal. They were always sacrificial. Now over here we do still have some units that are getting pretty badly beat up, but at least they should be healing. There we go. Right in the center of all this. I mean, I think the healing, if nothing else, is allowing us to heal through the continued range fire, which is quite useful. In addition to that, Grimgor actually ran out of the battle, or out of the fray here, and then right now is moving right back into it. Hopefully he doesn't have another activation of Bloodforged Armor, because that would really hurt the... Oh, damn it. There it is. Spoiler alert, I guess. Should have done that. Anyway, yeah, so a little bit more damage from him, although his kills are not high. He is being kept back by GORROK, who moves right back into it. These two still need to continue duking it out. And I really like the Bloodforged Armor just by virtue of the fact that it opens up a space for them to duel each other. It does remind me of Three Kingdoms. Alright, and I think GORROK, yeah, he made Grimgor rout yet again. Grimgor is out of the picture one more time, and this time we will not be able to chase him down, or rather, I don't think he's going to be able to come back. We're going to instead send Zyri, who you can see is moving around over here, to try to chase him down and kill him so he does not come back, and so that we get that precious morale shock to the enemy army. But damn, look at all this giant mob of black orcs raising their cleavers to the sky. At least they're having a fun time. I love this battle. Saurus versus Black Orcs. I mean, the Saurus army versus the Black Orc army. This is, I mean, what more could you ask, right? Want or ask or whatever. Now, we can see a bunch of our units in the center are now also getting ready to rout. It looks like Zyri is still trying to chase down, or has he already chased him down? No, he's over here. Grimgor, rather. Alrighty, now, yeah, we're in full Death Star mode. Since our flanks collapsed and since our army is so badly hurt, we're just going to maintain the line. Zyri's going to break through the entire enemy force, going after Grimgor. Make sure he doesn't come back. Cripple that enemy army morale. There you go. Down he goes. After taking the beating from GORROK, got executed for running away, which is only right. At least Khorne would approve of us. Super ironic to have Khorne looking down on the Scion of Itza over here. Alrighty, but the battle is definitely not over. After all, more units are coming in onto the field as enemies get off. We have to remember that that after all of that, that was not the entire enemy army. That was only the first two armies. We still have another half an army coming in, including a pair of lava spider archers and the lava Arachnarok spider, who looks absolutely lovely. Ain't you a cutie? Hey, why don't you join us instead? Yeah? Yeah? Alright. Just amusing myself over here. Unfortunately for Zyri, he did get trapped by all these spiders and these boar boys after chasing down Grimgor, and is now getting focused down by enemy archers. Speaking of enemy archers, look at the sheer amount of range fire coming in. If our entire force wasn't shielded and we didn't have all that regen, this would be very, very dangerous. Also, a very bad thing happened right here at this exact moment. And we can see the balance of power. Look at it. It's gone back and forth right over the spindle. Sometimes it's on our side, sometimes it's on their side. It's anybody's game, folks. But yeah, the bad thing that happened, our Oracle ran away. And this is our Earthblood Oracle. We do have two of them, of course. And no, it looks like he is rallying, but this was not a good thing. If he fully we will no longer have Earthblood heals to keep us alive. Oh, and it looks like another Wa is activated for the enemy. So it looks like Grimgor's Wa doesn't actually affect ranged units, interestingly enough. Plus 20 melee attack, no accuracy. Well, yeah, buffing work accuracy is, to be fair. But no extra missile damage, it looks like. It's just armor-piercing weapon damage, I think. Yeah, alright, well, that's unfortunate for the archers, but probably a good thing for us. Anyway, keep fighting, everybody. GORROK still in the center of this, still completely unharmed. In fact, he's full HP. And his guards are doing pretty good too, but look at our line of Saurus. They're all at like 15-ish%. Once again, it's anybody's game. Black Orcs decided to come back and then run away, and then, oh, we got more coming, and then the rest of the army coming, as well as that Arachnarok spider charging in with more boar boys. Oh, it's getting more and more dangerous, and how's that balance of power? We're at about half army, and they're about half army as well. Here we go. I really wonder how this battle would have gone if this was Mazdamundi's army. I feel like he would have just destroyed everything with magic, to be fair. He's got a habit, after all. Alrighty, a Ragnarok Spider is in, and watch what happens as soon as the Ragnarok Spider jumps in. Remember, it's got Terrify, and it's got Fear, well, Fear and Terror, and all of our Saurus decide, nope, we're out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units, either routing or terrified, and that is obviously not good. We also have our Basti, who is wavering, and our Skink Oracle, who is wavering. I think they came back, but that's dangerous because they could fully rout if we are not careful. Another unit of Saurus Spears is, well, this one's broken, so we got 10 units that are currently routing or broken, and then we got, oh, no, 11 now. It looks like the Basti is broken as well. Very, very bad situation. This is extremely close to a loss. Like, if we were to lose any heroes right now, or if any units were deleted and causing army losses, I think, or any more units, I guess, are deleted because we're already starting to suffer army losses, yeah, if any more of that were to happen, I think everybody could rout. Except, I can never remember whether GORROK is unbreakable. I think he's not. I think he doesn't have the trait. Yeah, I think he's immune to psychology, but doesn't have the unbreakable trait. Although it feels like if anybody should be unbreakable, it should probably be GORROK. But yeah, more orcs streaming into the battle. It's almost like the orc tide never stops, go figure. And Gobbo's supporting them now. At least the Gobbos are not that much of a threat, and I don't think that... Ooh, wow. Oracle jumping right back into the fray, sending that blob of orcs flying. The Lava Ragnarok Spider still in, but we are trying to focus it down. The Oracle now decides to actually run off the field, is now broken. Well, not actually off the field, but is now broken. It looks like we just have 4 units still fighting. A GORROK, a Basti, a Saurus veteran, and another Basti. Oh, wait, I think our other Saurus veteran is also in here. Yeah, both of GORROK's bodyguards are still fighting and do still have a very nice amount of HP. But other than that, it's just this one Revivification Crystal in GORROK. This one's about to rout, and now we are down to 4. We also have, what's his face, Zyri, who chased GORROK once again. Approval of the AI for doing this. He's been using these Goblin Spider Rider Archers, man, the Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers, damn that name is so long, to chase Zyri around and try to either prevent him or kill him from getting off the field. And of course the Spider Riders are very, very quick, and these are the anti-large spear type, so very, very effective. Gotta appreciate that. Very close to Zyri dying, but in the meantime it looks like GORROK has stood strong against the onslaught of the 3rd enemy army, and it looks like some of our Saurus Spears are starting to rally. On top of that, the main portion over here is starting to break around GORROK, breaking like a wave upon the rocks, or should I say, upon the rock of Itza. Ha 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 ha. Am I proud of that one? Yes, yes I am proud, I don't even care. Alrighty, and now you can see that GORROK is trying to break through the press to try to focus down this Lava Ragnarok. I think as soon as we can get this Lava Ragnarok to die, the enemy army won't really have much left. Oh, our Revivification Crystals are also running away, so that's a huge issue because no heals is bad, even with Consecrate the Unborn. Lava Ragnarok still has a decent amount of HP as well. Come on, GORROK, get him. And GORROK, by virtue of being alive this entire time, has also been providing buffs to the army. Oh, and I think we got another Earthblood cast. No, that's Stand Your Ground. And there we go. Finally, as the Lava Ragnarok drops down to half HP, the entire army breaks. The archers almost out of ammunition as well, and I think all of the melee units broke as well. I think the army losses, yeah, shattered army losses, I think at the end of the day, that's what told. They had no more melee units. They had only the Ragnarok Spider left, and I think one Black Orc unit, but otherwise it was just error boys, and no heroes, no lords, nothing. No Grimgor, that's for certain. What a freaking glorious battle and fun, and so damn close too. Both Tehenowyn and GORROK have now gotten some epic battles, which I'm really glad of, considering that it seemed for a while that Mazdamundi was going to have the best ones in the campaign, but now it looks like Moff Cattell, GORROK, and Tehenowyn have all had at least one amazing battle, so I'm really happy with that. And I guess earlier on we had a pretty nice one for for the Dino army, but that was when they still had Sora, so they haven't had one in their current state, but hey, you never know. Maybe we'll still find one. Let's see how much damage we did and how many of our units survived. Alrighty, yet again, the orcs doing it for us, giving us a heck of a fight, a Pyrrhic victory for GORROK, and it came very, very close. I thought we were going to lose there for a second. Not by virtue of troop damage, because obviously our units were fairly alive still, but by sheer virtue of the routing. Almost all of our Soros at one time essentially routed, and same with all of the Basties. Basically, it was GORROK himself holding the line, plus his two Soros bodyguards, and it's hilarious the fact that the entire army almost routed and died, but GORROK completely unharmed. Barely even got touched, and he did exchange blows with the Grimgor there. I mean, he got 129 kills personally, and badly beat up Grimgor, and got 20,000 damage for a unit that isn't really, that doesn't have a big splash mount, or any spells or anything like that. That's pretty damn good. I definitely props to GORROK for that one. 63k damage. The Oracles did fairly well as well, and let's see. Nearly 20k on Zyri, although his job was mainly to run around and do stuff. His bodyguards didn't do much, though. I'm starting to think that maybe, just by virtue of the fact that GORROK is basically unkillable, we might get more value out of putting these guys on Carnosaurs as well. I mean, it'll make them a lot easier to kill, obviously, as we can see, but they can still travel together. You know, I'll have to think about that. It might be worthwhile, nonetheless. 299 kills on the Blessed Sora Spears. I'm actually shocked that none of our Soras died. And look, they all did very, very well. About 26, 27k on a lot of their numbers are very high, and 35k on the Ark of Sotek. And this is why we put the Ark of Sotek in this army. It's very, very good in its current incarnation, as opposed to prior, before, when it had the active effect. It's very nice. It's almost like a mini bile troll there with that aura, dishing out constant damage for a long time as long as it stays on the field. Anyway, you guys are done. Pyrrhic victory, occupy. Very, very nice, GORROK. I am proud of you, buddy. Let's hope that... Oh, watch this guy attack us. I don't think he will, but then again, what if he has another army, like, sitting right here? Who knows? Blood River Valley is ours. We got armor-piercing damage plus 50 and armor plus 10 for GORROK personally. It's not for his entire army, but the extra damage, because clearly if anybody needs extra damage, it's GORROK. I'm very happy with you. Alrighty, let us put you into an alignment. I'm going to go for alignment of monuments. I don't really care about the construction cost in this place. I do care about the extra research, though. We cannot allow ourselves to drop below 1200 anymore. Gotta keep it steady there. What else do we need? We have okay public order here. I guess we can build another food building. We need to upgrade this place fairly quickly, I think, because it's not like the campaign is gonna last too much longer. We're almost there. Also, GORROK, wait, you didn't level up? You didn't level up for that? I feel like some battles should be worth more than others. That one should have allowed us to level. Whatever. Whoa, 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 you don't have maxed out combat reflexes. More armor for the Saurus, please. 171.79, yeah. And alright, we do... gotta try to not forget to defeat Lillian the Grey Vanquisher. She's all the way up here. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, this. Mission issued. We need to sack one more territory. I guess we'll do that here. You know what? I think we just auto-resolve this. Here's what we'll do. We're gonna join war against Harbinger of Disaster. And I still have no idea where the frickin' hell Clan Vulcan is. You know what? Doesn't matter. We'll do this. Oh. It's only moderate. It's not even high. Well, that's disappointing. I wanted to do this and try to confederate you. But that's not going to happen, is it? Oh, wait. What about this? You join war against Grimgor now that he's a lot weaker. And we give you cash. You like cash, right, Kroggar? It's still low. Okay, fine. We'll just join war against these guys to bring up our rep. Looks like he refused to give us anything for it. Alright, there we go. Better be happy. And you. Go kill those. And then sack it. I guess that'll destabilize the region a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. We'll have to deal with it. Ambush. Ambush. Malagor. Pyrrhic victory. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man. Looks like we're gonna get ourselves another good battle. Well, that's just glorious. I am definitely gonna fight this, but I think... I mean, to be honest, we only fought this one battle this episode, but it took such a long time. I feel like because this is an ambush, it's also going to take a long time, and I guess we're going to relegate it to next episode, so I'm going to end this one a little bit early. We will continue with this ambush at the start of next episode, because otherwise I'd have to, you know, make a cut and then go back and comment over that one before anyway, so it doesn't really, it's just annoying. Next episode, we'll start with Malagor and more good battles. Who knew that we'd get such good battles so close to the end of the campaign? I'm glad of it. But stay tuned for more yada yada yada, whatever I usually say. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.